The time to submit was, yes, it was late. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So we can move on.
But it was completely arbitrary.
There was a time.
What do you? It was the opposite of arbitrary.
Why
it was
was
an
it-
established.
I like what Billy's doing now. He's
it-
like, is anything real?
Right.
Like we just humans as individuals set time.
What
and it
is
doesn't-
time?
It's really time and space. And
But there was no
it's
reason.
not linear. Welcome back to Macrodosing. It's nanodosing. It's Tuesday. It's February 27th. We only got 2 more days left in February. It's leap year. Get that extra day in. What are you gonna spend your extra day on, Billy?
I'm gonna be studying for macrodosing because we should probably do it on calendars because there's some interesting calendar lore out there.
You're gonna be studying for macrodosing. Interesting. So it is 12:02 p.m. Central Time as we're recording this. Billy Football still has not submitted the highlight, low light reel.
Are you an idiot?
I might be an idiot.
I sent it a week ago.
The full on low light reel.
The full on low light reel.
Where is it?
It's in your email.
Oh, I didn't see it. Let me pull it up.
I will say
Sorry,
there was an email.
I'm sorry I responded so aggressively.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
It's just this.
Here's the
no
thing.
one cares about this.
We talked about pick up lowlights. Here it was. Yes, it was sent last week. This was sent on Wednesday, February 21st. I was doing something on Wednesday. I forget what I was doing. What was I doing on Wednesday?
Were you doing macrodosing?
I did macrodosing. Then I did something else. I don't know. Last week was all a blur to me. But Billy, so besides the fact that I messed up when you sent this low light reel, and what's going on with this mic right now, you were still late. You were still late with the initial assignment, and we discussed what we were going to do for your punishment. And Billy's really pumped up. He's really excited about being here for the combine, which is great. I've never seen him work harder in my life. So what we've got is, I noticed on this low light reel, by the way, Billy, you included a really sweet assist that you made.
When?
Right here. Just watching this. It's like 17 seconds.
I don't think I just include the beginning because that's when I'm yelling at Big T, and I think it looks really bad of me.
Yeah,
so
Billy with a behind the back pass to Nicky Smokes, who drains an easy 2. That was nice. Good low light.
I didn't put. That's a low light.
What, your sweet assist behind your back?
Did you see?
No, wait. I'm gonna rewind this real quick. Here we go. Behind the back pass from Billy, right to Nicky Smokes for an easy 2. That's on Billy's low light package.
But what was happening before that?
I don't know.
That was the end of the play.
I don't know, but you made sure
that
to
didn't
include.
count. That didn't count.
You made sure to include the behind the back. So, Billy, we discussed what we were going to do for your punishment on the show, and since it is the Combine Day, we're doing the Combine here at Barstool Sports in 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to do is we got you a puzzle, and you have to.
I knew this puzzle was for me.
You have to assemble the puzzle, and you're not allowed to participate in the Combine until the puzzle's done.
Are you? What the? Okay, you know what? This is a little out of control. One, if you look at the first time this whole basketball thing even got up,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I said, I'm going to make a highlight tape and a low light tape. It's basically everything that we said we were going to do. The time to submit was, yes, it was late. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
late.
Good. All right. So we can move on.
But it was completely arbitrary.
There was a time.
What do you? It was the
I-
opposite of arbitrary.
Why
it was
was
an
it-
established.
why
I like
was
what
it-
Billy's
why
doing now.
was
He's
it-
like, is anything real?
Right.
Like we just humans as individuals set time.
What
and it
is
doesn't-
time?
It's really time and space. And
But there was no
it's
reason.
not linear.
Like I was doing all this already, and then it was just like, But
You're describing a deadline.
Yep.
yeah, dude. But like, I didn't know what you. Okay, whatever. It's fine. We'll
Okay,
do
so we
the
have a
fucking
puzzle. We have a puzzle, and you're not going to be able to participate in the Combine until you finish it.
But when this is a new punishment based off of me not submitting the.
We figured out this punishment last week.
No, but you were about to punish me for not sending the
I was
video.
gonna-
No. This is
isn't-
for it being late the
no,
first
but we never
time.
talked about. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
you didn't because
Yeah,
we didn't
we
want
talked
you
about-
to know.
we talked about this last week.
Are my other punishments now done? Like,
Yeah, as long as you finish the puzzle.
so I can post highlights to my TikTok again.
Sure.
Okay, actually, this works. You
And
guys
everybody
have
be real nice about Billy's highlights that get posted.
You guys have no idea how good I am at puzzles.
Wait.
So you're fucked.
Okay.
Wait, pause real quick. Wait, PFT, is that what we're doing?
Does he not? Do we talk about not doing the puzzle?
We talked about doing the puzzle before an episode.
We can do it during. Yeah, we did.
You guys,
yeah.
some
My
your
only thing is
punishments
I don't want to screw up the combine if he actually doesn't finish in time.
Yeah,
Make him do it on the court.
Well,
And
the-
we can't go live.
Because
Yeah.
like that's a big production. They
Okay,
have.
yeah. So the dirty secret was going to be that if Billy wasn't done with it, I was going to have him do the combine because it's a sponsored event, and so he's on it. So he has
It
to
seems
compete.
like your punishment wasn't created on time. So I'm disappointed as someone who's part of this that it was a tardy punishment.
we
creation.
actually-
This seems
Billy,
very
Billy, what we were going to do
unarranged.
was we were going to wait until the combine started, and we were going to lock you in a room on a live stream and have you do the puzzle while we all competed in the combine, and you wouldn't be able to compete at all. But we decided not to because we're so nice.
Thank you.
So
I voted to still do it during the combine.
yes, Big T did. He's not so nice. All right, so yeah, good point, Mad Dog, because it is a sponsored event, and you have to be there for sponsored events unless you're Ben Mintz. So
Yeah, as I say, I don't want Billy to go Ben Mintz mode on us.
so what we'll do is, Billy, when are you going home?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. So there is time to do a live stream of puzzles.
So we'll have you do the puzzle during the show on Wednesday, and you're not allowed to talk until you're done with the puzzle. And every time you talk, it resets.
Punishment.
We destroy the
you
puzzle.
destroy the puzzle.
I'm seeing that a 500-piece puzzle solving time ranges between 2 and 7 hours.
But what you don't realize, Big T, is that Billy's really good at puzzles. We have
Even
no
if he's
idea.
really good, could be the entire episode.
That's like the time it takes to walk. So we're
Walk where?
we're just adding punishments on double jeopardy.
This was always the punishment.
Yeah,
We talked about
yeah,
no.
because we kept it surprise.
So what was the low light tape supposed to be?
I'll put that out.
So
This was the punishment for not getting it on time.
well, what I think that this was a second punishment for not sending it, but you guys now realize that I sent it a week ago. Now you just want to
Dude,
do the
No,
punishment.
no,
we
no, no,
talked
no.
about
No,
that.
no,
Do
no,
you
it's
not
fine.
remember you
No,
came
look,
on?
This is what happens
Billy,
in kangaroo courts. That's,
Billy,
apparently this is what America's turned
you
into.
joined the Zoom when we were talking about it, and PFT had to be like, "Oh, you were like, who's doing a puzzle?" And he had to be, "Oh, Malsec." You were
Yeah,
like,
remember that
"Okay."
when I lied to you?
Okay, so all right, it's fine. Let's
is
continue.
fine.
Let's continue on the show. There's a lot of fun stuff we can talk about. No one gives a fuck about this pickup shit anyway.
It seems like you do a
You're
lot.
the
I
one
did-
that's editing all this shit together.
I did it 2 weeks ago. Now I'm over it, and now you guys are still on it.
You
and,
just
like,
asked me
jerking off
5
to it.
seconds ago if it was okay if you still posted highlights.
Yeah, well, like highlights from if you're listening, 2 episodes of Donnie and I's travel series has gone out. The prelude to Last Chance Uganda. Check them out. We got an amazing video from the pyramids. Honestly, Donnie and I did the best pyramid trip ever. So if you're just a dude and you're like, I want to see the pyramids, but it seems like it wouldn't be like besides artist stuff, like we did it the right way. We did it like guys
You
being
made the
dudes.
pyramids cool.
Yeah, no, dude. Like the pyramids, sometimes you're like, oh, you like think you're going into a history class. We found the best spots to drink beers and look at the pyramids and the sunset, and we did it right. So check it out. And then we went and found gorillas in the mountains of the Bawindi impenetrable forest. Another amazing excursion. Donnie, I thought that those parts of the trip were some of the lamest, just from because the stuff that's coming up is crazy. But they were better than I remembered. Like Donnie has done an amazing job with them. And clear out your Wednesday night because the first episode of Last Chance Uganda is premiering, and this is where we get down to the football, the X's and O's
I can't wait for
of
that.
the Uganda Generals.
I can't wait. The gorillas and the pyramids were good, but the football is going to be better.
Oh yeah,
So I'm
hell
excited.
Yeah. So yeah, I might want to post highlights from that.
Okay. Billy, let's go to your sheet. Let's figure out what's going on today in the world.
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis. Oh, I got a question about Shane Gillis. This will be a fun game, okay? The following tweet was sent during SNL. Shane Gillis on SNL saying gay, retarded, and cracker is exactly what we needed. Who do you think sent that tweet?
Is he in the room with us?
No, that'd be Will Compton.
Oh,
So my question is
he's
that
in the other. He's in the room.
he's in the other room. Is that tweet more gay or retarded?
I think it's pretty cracker. I
It's-
think it's pretty.
it's- it's pretty cracker, yeah,
I
it's
think
pretty
it's
cracker.
mostly cracker.
I just love Will watching that and being like, finally,
Someone did it.
finally we can say it again. We're saying it again. That and Merry Christmas. We're so back, guys. Yeah. So Shane was on SNL. I thought it was pretty funny. There were some funny sketches on there. Sketches. Some funny sketches on there. Must have been pretty cool for him to go back and like he got fired after a couple weeks, and he goes back and hosts the whole damn thing. So good for him.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, I think he was a little muzzled. I think some of his, because he was doing a lot of bits that he's done in the past in his monologue, but like he didn't do any of his. He did his like low, like nothing too controversial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's NBC,
Yeah.
so you can only get away with so much there. But yeah, must have been a fun night for him.
Yeah.
I liked the Limu Emu sketch. That was good.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything with a talking bird or like a bird doing drugs, that rocks.
I love that there was someone that described Shane Gillis in his comedy as he is a perfect analyst of white culture, and that is his strength. He satirizes white culture, and I'm just like, are they saying that this is all a bit? That everything he's doing is a bit?
I think it's like he comes from white culture.
Yeah.
He is white. He knows white people.
Can I get away with that?
But you can laugh. Yeah, you can laugh at yourself. Yeah, stupid shit that white people do. You can joke about it, laugh about it. Truth tellers. I do like the people out there that are like, comedians are supposed to be truth tellers and soothsayers of our national conscience. They take comedy like very seriously. Just be funny. And Shane's a very funny guy. The Trump Force One sketch that he did was pretty good too.
Yeah.
The shoes one.
Yeah.
Where the shoes make you just act like Trump all the time. That would rock. All right, what else is on the sheet, Billy?
We got more stuff on the sheet. I think second up is Tom Brady's ex-wife, Gisele Bundchen, may have been banging her jiu-jitsu teacher while they were married.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't see this.
And people are sort of just like, it's a rumor, but apparently it was happening like 7 months before they divorced.
Jiu-jitsu guy could probably choke you out real good.
Yeah.
Was that horny? Was that too horny? I don't know. Yeah, if your ex-wife's dating her jiu-jitsu guy, that's bad news. I've been watching the Patriots Dynasty documentary though. It's pretty good. Pretty solid. There's a lot of red meat in there for people that are fans of the Patriots and also Patriots haters. So there's a little something for everyone. I enjoy it. Hank's pissed off because it's not biased enough towards the Patriots.
Oh, it's just like the actual facts.
Some of the actual facts, yeah.
It's the new Dr. Phil
news
channel.
I actually do think that Robert Kraft is the one that's like behind the entire thing because it's making him look like way better than everybody else. It's kind of told from his point of view a lot, where the whole Spygate thing happened, and Robert Kraft was like so disappointed in Bill that he did that, and he said one day I talked to Bill and I was like, on a scale of 1 to 10 of how important taping signals is, like in a football game, what level of competitive advantage does it give you? 10 being like you can beat everybody, 1 being like it doesn't really matter. What is it? And then Bill said it's a 1, and then Robert Kraft was like, and I told Bill, you're a real schmuck then for putting me through this. So it was kind of interesting to see like publicly Robert Kraft was having his back, but you forget like the Patriots, and I think every team does this. I think every team cheats as much as they can get away with, and if you don't, you're probably a really shitty team. Like I would love the Commanders to cheat more for sure, but every team does this. The Patriots got caught, and then they blamed it. They said, okay, this is the reason why you're good in the first place. And they also talked about the Super Bowl Spygate, where they had allegedly taped the Rams in their walkthrough before that first Super Bowl, and apparently that story was that it was completely made up, or it was a fake story. But they ran with it, and then they did a retraction. But I never heard the retraction that came out from the paper. But yeah, maybe.
So wait, that was against the Rams.
The first Super Bowl that they won.
Oh, like way back in
the day.
What do you think about the
2001, 2002?
What do you think about the whole idea that like when G Watt started, that the Patriots went on a run because they wanted the whole country to feel patriotic?
When G Watt?
The global war on terror.
Oh, that's what you call.
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
That's
in
a
my
pretty
entire
typical
life.
term.
G Watt?
G
I
Watt.
don't think so.
That would be a hard name for a rapper too.
G Watt.
It's G Watt.
Like, honestly, the only reason it's in my conscious right now is because a lot of people were saying like Toby Keith was the soundtrack to G Watt, and that
I've never heard that before.
It's a pretty common term.
Okay.
It is not.
The global war on terror.
That's a pretty specialized term, probably only used in like the military.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the precise inverse of what you said.
I'm pretty sure like now that we've like whatever you want to call the last 20 years of us blowing shit up in the Middle East, I think people just been calling it GWAT. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's not the Iraq War. It's not the.
People have said war on terror. People don't say GWAT.
Well, I think GWAT is like it encompasses like what we're doing in Syria. It's kind of just a good blanket term to be like, why are we bombing the Houthis in Yemen?
Yeah, I've never heard GWAT, but I'll roll with it.
I met a dude. He was my Uber driver over here. He was from Lebanon, and we were just shooting the shit. And he was talking about how he's really mad that he just got citizenship about 2 years ago, and he's like really mad that like he waited like 9 years to get into the country and everything when he could have just like gone to Mexico and gone out of the border. Like he wished he did that because it would have been much less expensive. And he would be in a much better place. He was explaining this to me. But anyway, he was just talking about how he's so hyped for this election because it's going to be the first time in his life, and he's like 35, that he's able to vote for one of his own leaders.
That's cool.
And that was like, that kind of was like, holy fuck.
If he had gone to the southern border, though, he wouldn't be a citizen.
No, but like his path to citizenship, he claims, because he was like going off.
It would have been easier to get into the country that way as opposed to like waiting on your visa to be approved or a green card or whatever the case may
but
be
he
for
was
him.
Look, I'm just saying what he said because he was getting really amped up about the situation, and he was just like, I can't wait to vote for the first time in my life and it actually be real. He was like,
cool.
They had elections in Lebanon, but they weren't real.
That is cool.
And he was pumped, and I was like, that like makes you like put things back into reference. Like,
so are you gonna vote this time?
Me?
Yeah,
I did vote.
Okay, good.
So it's pretty hype.
You gonna vote for RFK?
I'm gonna vote for whoever I think is best at the time.
Okay.
It could be Michelle Obama.
Is that really happening?
Just wait.
You think so?
I don't know, dude. I mean, Gavin Newsom is it?
The plight of the Afghan translators is something I've been getting into recently, and it may or may not have to do with the fact that I recently watched Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, which
great movie.
Yeah, Billy,
is that the dude who goes out to save the guy?
Yes,
it's about the translator and a guy that's in the military.
Yeah, and he's like, I got to go back.
Got to go back and save him. Yeah, and now it's not a true story. It's based on like various true stories that were all wrapped together of various Afghan translators. Mm-hmm. But yeah, a lot of them got fucked over hard by the United States because they basically went against some of their neighbors, some of their friends that happened to be, supporting the Taliban, and they turned against them, helped out the U.S. to be a translator, and then got like prices put on their heads to try to have them get killed over there. And they had the promise of coming to the United States and becoming citizens afterwards if they helped the U.S. And a lot of them just got absolutely fucked by being left over there. I actually, speaking of cab drivers, when I was in Vegas, this was back in 2016, I think. It was before the election, and they were doing the Republican debate over there. And I was at the airport. I got picked up by a cab driver, and the cab driver was a translator from Afghanistan. And he had just like recently come over to the United States. He hated Donald Trump, hated him because Trump was saying at the time, like, we're going to shut down any Muslim immigrant that comes to the United States. Like, we're not going to not any Muslim immigrant. He was saying we're going to
we got to figure out what's going on.
We got to stop immigration from all Muslim countries until we figure out what the hell is going on. I think that was a direct quote. And so he hated Donald Trump. He was like, fuck Donald. He was like, what are you here for? I was like, I'm here for the debate. He's like, where are you staying? I was staying at the Trump hotel. And he was like, fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald. He started screaming. I was like, okay, yeah, I get it, man. Dude, like if I were you, I'd probably feel the exact same way.
Yo, cheat code Trump Hotel in Vegas has crazy rooms and like cheap rates because half the country won't stay there.
And also because there's no casino there.
Yeah, but it's like $100.
Yeah,
a night.
When I was staying there, I was like, okay, this is gonna rock. I'm in one of the Vegas casinos, and there's just no gaming at all there. Kind of sucked.
And it's kind of off the strip too.
It's a little bit off, yeah.
But like you can steal all the Trump stuff, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, did you steal?
I have a Trump robe. I won't wear it out the house, but
really?
I stole it from the hotel.
That's just for you?
Do you wear other robes out of the house?
Actually, I do when I go polar bearing, jumping in cold water.
Did you do that this morning?
I did. I couldn't do it this morning, but I would have if I could. Actually, I might do it tomorrow because the lake's right there.
It is, yeah.
Dude, if anyone wants to go jump in the lake, I'll be there.
I'm busy. I'm busy tomorrow morning, so I can't do that, unfortunately.
If anyone listens to this before 10 a.m. on Tuesday, at 10 a.m., I'm going to try to jump in Lake
Michigan.
Michigan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. In the spot where we filmed the end of the Chicago macrodosing video.
Shout out to Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like really light blue. It's pretty cool.
I'm going to go jump in that lake. So if you want to join me, 10 a.m. in that spot, which can someone help me out where that spot is? There's a bar there and there's a sandy beach.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And-
can find it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
All right. Going back to the sheet, I see that Jacob Rothschild died at the age of 87, the tender age of 87. Tell me who Jacob Rothschild is, Billy.
He's like, so we're a conspiracy podcast. So he's the head of a big globalist conspiracy theory. He's like right out there with George Soros. They think that he controls the world's banks somehow, and he's died. So everyone's like, oh my God, what's about to happen? And there's also like a theory that he owns the royal family
Okay.
and like owns them like show ponies and has breeding rights to the royal family.
Is this one of those anti-Semitic conspiracies?
There is that angle to it, but he died. So now the conspiracy theorists are going nuts.
I just like that anytime there's any conspiracy going on, you can just be like, the Rothschilds own the world.
Yes. He's the guy who supposedly owns the world.
So this guy owned the world and he died. So who
Yeah.
inherits the world? The
Yeah.
the meek?
the Meek.
That's a good callback.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've read my Bible.
Is Meek Phil?
Meek Phil inherits the entire world.
Imagine
Not
if
Meek Phil.
Imagine if Meek Phil, like, so that would be the hilarious, like, misinterpretation. Like, the Meek will inherit the earth, and then, like, Meek finds out that somehow he's the next in line to the Rothschild.
That would-
and he just gets the world.
Imagine if you started dating a Rothschild and how intimidating that would be, like going to meet the family for the first time, like staying on their estate.
Dude, I feel like, I don't even know. I don't think you can even find them to date. I think, like, they don't even go to, like, schools. They're so, you know what I'm saying?
They get betrothed,
Yeah. Well, I don't even know.
consolidate power.
I feel like there's, like, a secret college that they all go to.
Sounds like Saltburn.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be very intimidating. I
Did you
think.
see Saltburn?
I didn't see that.
It's honestly, it's just a dude running around naked dancing. That's all I gotta know.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I saw like a trailer for it. The guy goes and he visits like some estate with his friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then weird shit goes down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
At first, it's a great movie, kind of. It's just there's twists, but yeah.
Can't wait to see the twists. Big T. Where you teed off about. Wait. I did a bad job because there's something else I need to talk to you about first.
What's up?
You went Mantiquing
I did.
with Brandon Walker.
Yesterday.
What was that like?
It was great. Brandon has been mantiquing a bunch, so he was pretty restrained in the things that he bought. I went all out. Most of it's sitting up here behind me. I don't think the camera can get that top shelf, but there's all sorts of starting lineup figures up there. This one, let me grab my favorites from yesterday.
Starting lineup rocks. I loved starting lineup when I was a kid. I had a bunch of Cubs and a bunch of Braves because they were the teams that were on national television all the time. And had an Ernie Banks, a Ryan Sandberg. I believe had a Dale Murphy. Dale Murphy starting lineup figures go hard.
I do need a Dale Murphy. He's one of the few Braves I don't have up there yet. But if you'll look over here, got this new sick little poster here. Hank Aaron, Dale Murphy, Chipper Jones.
That is cool.
That's pretty nasty. So yesterday, my favorite one we'll start out with, Ken Griffey Jr. robbing a home run.
That's a great one.
That's sick.
Is that starting lineup?
Yeah.
That's crazy because I don't think I've ever seen one that has the wall behind him.
So then that like Javi Lopez up there standing on Fulton County Stadium, that's a starting lineup too. That's a Stadium Stars. Ken Griffey Jr. robbing a home run. That's sick. Eddie Matthews, gotta have. Seattle A-Rod.
Yeah, that's good.
Then we got a Matt Ryan. This isn't starting lineup. This is another brand, but they had like every good NFL player from like 06 to 2016-ish.
That's my
And
bag.
so there has to be an Arian in one of these.
I was gonna
somewhere.
say, yeah.
I saw Matt Forte. So Arian,
They've got
they
one.
have
yeah.
one for sure. Is that all I brought? And then
This is why dudes rock. Like, I'm so glad I'm a dude and I grew up playing with these instead of dolls.
yeah, exactly.
Totally different.
And then I've also been mantiquing on eBay. I have the entire 92 Dream Team set coming. Where are they going? Don't know.
You'll
But
find a spot.
But it's coming. Didn't buy this yesterday, but Peyton Manning, UT and Colts.
Oh, that's dope.
Very
Incredible. Like, this is my new favorite thing.
That's very cool. Yeah. So when you go mantiquing, are there sports-specific stores that you go to, or you just have to go to all the stores and find the sports section?
Yeah, so the antique malls have booths that are all run independent of each other. So Brandon was like, this is the good booth here, this is the good booth here. There were some that were like sports-specific, and then other ones you had to dig for stuff. But
That's awesome. How far away was it?
an hour from here.
Yeah, it's worth the drive.
But it's like 15 minutes from Brandon. But there's another place that's 45 minutes west of here. So for him, it's like hour and 45 minutes. Sandwich, Illinois, is supposed to be the antique capital of the country.
I've heard of it, yeah.
So we got to go there and check it out. And then I got an awesome Vince Carter poster that I haven't brought here yet.
That's awesome.
But yeah, mantiquing it's a movement. Starting a movement.
That's really great. I'm so happy for you, and that shelf is coming together very nicely.
Yeah.
So okay, that sounds like a fun time mantiquing. What about being teed off?
It's hard to be teed off when you're having so much fun mantiquing. You know, life is good.
Yeah. Do they sell beer at the antique place?
No. Is that a thing?
It's a big. Yeah, they should sell beer everywhere.
Dude, but you know what is cool at some of these mantiquing spots? They have old beer signs and old beer stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all sorts of Coca-Cola stuff. And actually, in my estimation, the coolest store I've ever been to. Brandon was with me. Actually, it's in Omaha. This guy it's just his own personal collection of these Sports Illustrateds behind me, like the Bernie and Ernie and that 50s UT one. I bought those there. He has every Sports Illustrated that's ever been printed, every College World Series piece of memorabilia that's ever had, all sorts of stuff like this, starting lineup figures. And he has a cooler of beer when you walk in, and he gives you a beer, and he'll just talk to you for an hour about whatever.
What a guy.
Coolest dude ever.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
That store was incredible.
I've been to a couple of antique places. I guess they were more vintage stores back when I lived in Austin. And there was this one, and the person had every single issue of Playboy from like 1970 to 1985 or 1990. My question is that more horny or is it classy?
I think now it's classy.
Playboy's classy?
Is it classy to have the
The
full
ones
set?
from the 70s, if you have now, like you'd be like, oh, that's cool.
But does it become horny when you have the full set?
I think at that point, like it's a collector's thing. Like you're like, oh, I don't use it for that. This is a collector's.
Well, I completely believe that that guy did not use it to like look at and jack off to, because they were in like mint condition.
If you have 6 Playboys, it's horny. If you have 600, it's classy.
It's classy. I agree with that. And if they're in great shape,
Yeah.
you know that they haven't been leafed
Exactly.
through or used. That guy probably doesn't even look at them. He's just like,
for
this
sure.
is my collection.
There were booths at the antique mall that had what I wanted. I wanted this bad. It was $130, so I didn't do it. It was a Playboy that had Trump on the cover, like with a Playboy bunny, and then attached with it was a framed picture of Trump holding that Playboy.
How is that possible?
What do you mean?
How is that possible to take that picture?
Well, it was later.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So the cover Playboy was
Like
not
if you
Trump
were on the
holding
cover of a magazine,
Yeah.
and then they gave it to you, someone could take a picture.
Then you
of you
took another
holding it.
picture. Okay, I
Yes.
thought you were saying
He was on
the-
a golf course.
Gotcha. I thought it was the cover of the magazine was him
No.
holding himself.
No.
as the cover of
The magazine was him like with a Playboy bunny, and then there's a picture of him on the golf course holding it. Like, look,
That is pretty cool.
yeah,
That's pretty cool. That's goals right there.
too much though.
Yeah. How much was it?
130, I think.
Do you think that
Seems like a steal.
like some person's gonna be like, the porn nowadays is too bad and the kids are gonna find it anyway, I'm gonna give my son old school Playboys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the porn nowadays is bad.
Yep. There's probably some dads out there that are thinking that exact same way.
Like now the porn, it's just get them old Playboy.
I think the move is probably like hide them in a place where you know that your son will find them.
You think that'll distract them from like the really fucked up porn online?
It's like parents being like, I'd rather have you drinking at home with me where I can keep it on. I'd rather have you jacking off to material that I know is safe and won't screw your brain up. It'll just turn you eventually into an old man that lets your son find your porn.
You just perfectly hide it like next to a bottle of lube, and it's like, oh.
Yeah. Oh no, Billy with a little spill. Speaking of pornography, I made maybe a stupid purchase last week. I got the Apple Vision Pro. I got the goggles, which it seems like the technology is very cool. You do feel like you're in It's like part of the room that you're in when you're using it, and it's pretty awesome. The bad thing is like you look like an absolute weirdo whenever you're using it, and so Blake is getting freaked out when I'm just like sitting on the couch pinching the air and like moving shit around. He's like, "What the hell is going on here?" It's cool to watch movies on, cool to watch TV on. And then somebody last week was like, "Yo, what's porn like on that?" And I looked it up, and apparently it doesn't work for porn.
What?
The Apple Vision Pro doesn't. It doesn't support porn. I don't know.
What? You looked it up?
Yeah,
Or
there, you can Google it right now.
Or you tried it?
Yeah, it does. No. Look, you can look it up. Does Apple Vision Pro support porn? If you just type that in.
Do you have it with you?
No, you can't watch porn with it.
So like any porn, it blanks out?
I have not tried, but according to all these articles, everyone's mad that you can't watch porn on it yet.
Well, can you not do like the VR? Because there's special like VR porn apps.
It might be VR only. I don't know, but it's saying
like I feel like if you went to a browser,
a standard website on it.
yeah.
I've not tried to do that, but apparently all the articles that I've seen said it doesn't support porn at all. So it might be a science experiment I'll have to do. But I got the Apple Vision Pro, which it's cool, but it's also there's nothing that I need it for, you know? Like
No one does.
Yeah, no one. You don't really need it now. I don't really know what it does better than anything else. Like I use enough screen time on my phone and on my computer that I don't know what I need to do like a separate case for using the Apple Vision Pro for.
The only reason like it does replace having multiple TVs and a computer, right? So like from what I've seen, like if you're laying on the couch, you can throw a game up there on the wall,
Yeah.
like a game over there, and like it kind of replaces that sort of stuff.
It is cool for watching TV, watching like sports. I did that the other night. I had a hockey game on one side. I had a basketball game on one side. Then I had like a box score on like ESPN.com pulled up. I had my bets pulled up as well. So that was pretty fun. And you can make like giant screen TVs on any wall of your house. But it's still like, I don't know. It feels weird. It feels like there's not really anything that I needed. I might take it back. It's cool, but I don't know if it's necessarily worth the price. And I also think that if I just like use it for everything, then it's just going to be me in my house, like just with these weirdo goggles on all the time. And it's just, I don't know. It doesn't feel necessary.
The weird thing is the app that can do facial, that can change your face, like do AI deep fakes in real time.
Yeah.
That's the scariest thing. Because I remember seeing it and like a person was in the room and they made him look like Leonardo DiCaprio or like Tom Cruise, like those TikToks, but it was in real time.
That's very strange.
So technically, not to get horny, you could deep fake someone in real time to look like someone else. That's what I was like, that this is going to get weird like that.
So the problem with that is if you're doing that, then you're also sitting there wearing these giant goggles on your head and the other person's looking at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You look like a psycho.
Well, maybe they have goggles on too and they're changing your face.
And now everyone's just wearing goggles all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, again, this is something I'm not really super interested in. But
there's going to be people who do that.
There's some great movies on there. I did a couple IMAX things where you're like floating through outer space. That's awesome. There was one video that it came preloaded with where you're with this lady who's walking across a tightrope above a fjord in Norway.
Oh, a fjord.
And it is it's terrifying. Like I was sweating. It felt painful watching this.
Oh, dude. I hate heights too. So that must were you like very uneasy?
Yeah, and you can look around and it feels like you're up there with her.
Were you sitting down?
I was sitting down when
Good.
I did it, yeah.
If you were standing up, you might have.
Oh, people are definitely going to like fall down the stairs in their house. They're going to run into walls. Like,
yeah.
There's going to be a lot of Apple Vision Pro injuries coming out soon.
There's going to be, it might save some marriages.
What's that?
If they both got the goggles on and they're just changing different people.
Yeah, two people that just absolutely hate each other.
Revolutionize for like role play forever.
Bill Gates gets one and he just has every girl look like his high school girlfriend he's hanging out with. Yeah, it's it doesn't feel natural to me. So I don't know. I might take it back. It feels like a very cool thing to pull out once every week or once every 2 weeks. But like I can't see myself using it every single day.
Dude, the craziest thing is when they're gonna do Neuralink and basically that's just your eyes.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. That's the future. Is
Yeah.
now they want to put like chips in your brain, and Again,
Yeah.
this is something that I think most people don't want.
No,
But the tech lords in Silicon
the
Valley, and
technocrats.
the technocrats like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg and all those guys, they're like, well, this is the future. It's happening whether or not you like it. It's like, no, please just stop. We don't want it.
The one thing I did see was there was a woman, and they are implanting electrodes in people's brains, and it's helping them with depression, bipolar, seizures, because they're just
Yeah.
lighting up the brain. It's just like electrical stimulation to one part of the brain that
Again,
need it.
I feel like that's going to be, it might help for now, but there's going to be some unintended consequences for that for
Well,
sure.
if you're like so depressed,
This is all going to a future that I don't think I want, which kind of sucks. But again,
Well-
it is cool to be in the middle of Norway and just look around. You're on a tightrope.
I mean, the thing is, like, one day I might get a chip, PFD, and be able to come up with quick quips that are punny faster than you.
But then that's not you doing it.
But it doesn't
your
matter.
chip.
I got my chip in my brain.
But then everyone can get that chip.
Yeah, but then I say something punny. It doesn't matter. I might not tell anybody I have the chip in my brain.
I don't like. See, again, I don't like this.
Then who knows?
You know what I'm doing right now? I'm judging you for being enhanced. And we talked about how that can be a slur. I'm accusing you of doping.
Actually, right now I am enhanced going into this combine. That's why I'm a little on edge.
Did you juice up?
You do what you got to do.
What'd you take?
No, I just took beta alanine.
Can I get some?
Yeah, you want some here?
Here, let me get some. Get some alpha.
I didn't want to bring any needles into the office because that's not in a place of work.
Thank you for realizing that was not a good idea.
Billy, on a scale of 1 to
I know it's
the
pills.
basketball fiasco that we recently had,
What
how
fiasco?
upset are you going to be if you don't finish like top 3 in this?
I honestly, seeing how a lot of it is, and like people are already like cheating, like and like they're using.
Aren't you doing steroids?
No, this isn't steroids.
He's got pills in his hand.
Oh, this is beta alanine from On Nutrition. So here, it'll make you feel tingly. Just don't worry
I'm
about it.
supposed to take 4 of these.
Yeah, dude.
That can't be accurate.
Let me see the bottle.
You're not supposed to. Yeah, actually, you are supposed
Let me see the
to.
bottle. Serving size. Okay, yeah, Billy's right. 4 capsules.
It's gonna get you buzzing.
It's gonna make me tingle. Yeah, I've had this before.
Do a little B12 too.
You popping all 4 at once?
2 at a time.
You want some Big T?
I do not.
So before we sat down here in the studio, Billy and I were out there on the gym floor watching the first heat of the combine going on, and it was me, Billy, and Will Compton. And then Billy looked at Will and he's like, "I feel like me and you have the most to lose.
No,
today
that's
if we
not
don't,
the-
if we don't show up."
I said I have like got a lot to lose.
I
You
think it
said
was
that
you.
to the guy who played in the NFL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he really doesn't have anything to lose.
He's got everything to lose.
He's retired.
He
Yeah,
just
he's-
played in the NFL.
He's retired.
Are you?
We are us. He is a professional football player.
I am still in my athletic prime. So like he being retired versus me, I'm in my athletic prime.
Do you think you're a better athlete than he is?
I think he.
Yeah, so yes.
I think I could beat him in basketball.
What does that mean?
I do like athletic is
Do you
very
think
subjective.
do you think you're a better athlete than he is?
I think that's a very subjective term.
Do you think you're going to beat him in the combine?
I definitely think I could outthrow him in the quarterback drill.
Mm-hmm. But you're complaining about the balls earlier.
Well, because the balls are like fake plastic balls.
I prepared Clay Harbor. He's the one that's putting us through all this. He's here with Optimum Nutrition. He played on the Eagles, the Patriots, a few other teams. I prepared him for Billy, for the Billy experience. I was like, Billy is going to put up some good numbers, but also if he loses anything, he's going to complain to everyone that something wasn't fair. And he's like, okay, I got it. I feel like that's Billy's MO today. I walked in, Billy was he was doing the drill. You know how you have like the starting quarterback throwing a pass to somebody, and then he's got his backup quarterback that catches the pass back so you don't hurt your hands. Billy was doing that for Francis.
Well, he was about to throw, so I wasn't going to steal his reps of throwing, but
Yeah.
I wanted to get involved in the catch.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong
So he
with
didn't.
that.
So he didn't hurt his hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good teammate.
Always ask anyone I played with. They'll say nothing less.
So in our heat, Billy, it's gonna be me, you, Will Compton, Big T,
Titus.
another good athlete, KB, Jersey Jerry, Ben Mentz.
Yeah.
Wait,
no.
record scratch.
Ben Mintz is playing hooky.
The funniest thing about Ben Mentz is when he was talking to Dave about why he's not here, and he's like, I told Hank on Thursday I'm going to be there 100% on Monday. I'll be there unless I make the final table, and then I'm going to have to stay. So he is right now. I heard a rumor on the street. I don't know if this has been confirmed, that the winner of the combine gets Ben Mintz's pot if he wins the entire thing.
Dude, that's because that might be the entire thing. The wonder look in the second round though is a little like.
You think there's going to be some monkey business with that?
Well, it's just all trivia, and it's like, that's not NFL like.
But the rest of the combine is.
Yeah, but like the way to win is just like you could squeak by. The first group was pretty amateurish. With like it was easy to make the top 5 in that group, and then you could then just win all the trivia stuff and win the whole thing. The second group is much more stacked.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I mean, there were some good athletes in the first group too, but we do have Billy football in the second, so that immediately increases.
No, we have Mark Titus, we have Will Compton, we have KB, who I think is going to put up better numbers than we think, because even though he is he's a wrestler, so he's got a little fast twitch, and he's been training at low body fat his whole life. So you get him on like the vertical, he might be like a Mexican jumping bean. His 3 cone's probably going to be good. Like I think the most athletic people are in that second group.
Yeah,
Francis was in the first. Francis was the only one in the first group.
He's kind of a freak.
Yeah,
and also he's a good athlete. He's got that Neanderthal gene, right, Billy?
Yeah, dude. I'm still trying to figure out the genetics of Neanderthals and redheads.
No, you go down the list and you're like Francis, freak, Mook, absolute freak athlete, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think it's. No. Wait, what?
Liam, Blutman, absolute freak athlete, all the gingers.
Well, I don't think they're freak athletes. I think they just have Neanderthal DNA.
Oh, maybe.
I did my I tried to see how much Neanderthal I had. I had 1.6% on my genome.
Is that a lot?
No.
Did you wish that you had more?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was disappointed.
Did you try to run it back?
You know when you're like, your Italian father gets his ancestry.dna.com back, and he's like, classic Italian American, and he's just pissed that he finds out that he's very North African. That was me, but with not being enough Neanderthal.
I do. That should be like a Maury Povich show where they just get Italians,
yeah,
and they do a DNA test on them, and it comes back, and they're like French, and they've been living their entire life as a lie, and they're not really Italian, and their entire identity is just being an Italian guy.
Or I was like thinking of a sketch where it's just like, does your family love being Italian? We'll get them an Italian ancestry DNA. All it's gonna say is 100% Italian.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and it just like lies to them.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I would love it so much if like Max, if his DNA came back and he was just like Spanish.
Yeah,
that'd be so funny.
I mean, with a lot of them, there's a little more to them.
Yeah, there is a little bit more.
There's a lot more to them.
A lot more sometimes.
And that data chip didn't make that up.
Yeah. I think I told you guys about my DNA test experience, right?
Oh, it said you didn't have enough DNA?
I'm a non-secretor. I don't secrete DNA. Yeah, it's like 0.1% of the population. I could commit crimes,
dude.
Big T. Yeah.
Wow.
I could commit crimes.
Does your gametes not secrete DNA?
I don't know what part of my body doesn't secrete, but yeah, I don't secrete DNA. I spat into the thing. I did the test twice, filled it up to the line, maybe even a tiny bit above the line. Did it twice, did the nose swab. I've done everything. I don't secrete DNA. So if like, obviously I can't commit crimes because they could still get like muscle fibers or skin cells or things like that. But in terms of like body fluids, I'm a non-secretor.
So if it doesn't secrete, then you might.
Am I real?
No, I'm just wondering the implications of that. Cancer, you might be more resilient.
Why is that? Were you about to say that I'm more likely to get it, and then you thought that sounded mean? So
no, because if you don't secrete DNA,
mm-hmm.
and DNA getting damaged causes the uncontrolled replication
mm-hmm.
of cells that are cancerous. So if you're just got way less DNA, then there's less opportunity for the cancer to mutate.
I like that theory. I'm gonna go with that. I don't know if it's true or not, but yeah, if anybody needs a crime to be committed, I'd be a good hitman, I guess.
Do you think it's genetic? I mean, DNA.
I don't know if it's something that you inherit or not, or if it's just like one every 1,000 people has it.
That's dope.
Look it up, Billy. Look up what a non-secretor is. While you're looking that up, I have a question for you guys. Do you guys rent? Do you guys rent apartments?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it ever a pain in the ass to like get your landlord the check on time?
Hassle.
Big time hassle. Well, if you're looking to avoid that, I've got the perfect solution for you. It's the Rent app. That's right. The Rent app will take care of all that headache for you. It's something truly special for the renters and the landlords out there. If you're paying rent, let's be honest, it can sometimes be a bit of a hassle, but what if there was an easier way, a more straightforward way, and even a way that was more beneficial for your financial future? Well, introducing the Rent app, it's the ultimate tool for renters everywhere. The Rent app takes the hassle out of paying rent by depositing your payments directly into your landlord's bank account. No more trips to the ATM, no more mailing checks, and no more managing balances in multiple apps, just simple, direct transactions, and it makes life easier for both you and your landlord. There are no fees, no weekly limits. The Rent app is completely free for you to use. No need for your landlord to create an account. It's completely free for them too. The Rent app is about helping you build a brighter financial future by optionally reporting your on-time rent payments to the 3 major credit bureaus. Rent app brings you one step closer to home ownership and helps boost your credit scores. So why wait? Go to the App Store, download the Rent app today. You can follow Rent app at Rent app on Instagram and on Twitter. And for our listeners, we have an exclusive deal. Go to rent.app/barstool to get $50 cash back on your first rent payment. If you're a landlord, go to rent.app/landlord to get paid on time and without hassle. That's the Rent app. Billy, what'd you find about non-secretors?
It only has to do with your saliva.
Okay.
Like your saliva doesn't secrete, and other secretions,
Fluids?
yeah.
My other fluids?
But like there's DNA in like your blood and stuff.
In my blood, yeah. So if I bled on something or if
Yeah.
there was hair, they'd be like, okay, this is PFT DNA.
Which is good news.
That is good news. I got a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been asked to, I don't know if I'm going to be a guest lecturer or if I'm going to be like a guest of the class at a pretty prestigious journalism college. They're doing a class, I think it's next week. And so they're bringing me in and I'm going to mold young minds across America on how to succeed, how to be a journalist.
Is that a journalism school that is local?
It's not local. No, it's not Northwestern. It's not Medill, even though I am a dean at the Medill. Well, probably not anymore because Pat Fitzgerald gave me my honorary dean status there, and he's sadly no longer the head coach. So it's not Northwestern, but it's a pretty good school.
Are you going to be in person?
It's going to be on Zoom, so I'm going to be remote.
Is their mascot a fruit?
Their mascot is not a fruit.
Is it an SEC school?
It is not an SEC school. It's not Mizzou.
Okay.
Is it
so
Syracuse?
It's not Syracuse.
It's
Division
not an
one?
ACC school.
Not an ACC school.
Big
Is
Ten?
it a power conference?
I will
school?
not say anything else regarding the
Is
school.
it an Ivy League?
I'm not going to say anything else regarding the school. But I need to know, like, what
Is
would you
it in
want
a
to
city that you've lived in the past?
know? Potentially, yes.
Okay, I know what school it is.
Do you?
Yes,
Okay. I don't think you do.
I think I do. What is their primary color blue?
I'm not going to say anything.
So it is.
I'm not going to say anything.
Is it purple?
I'm not going to say anything. But what should I prepare? What would you want to know? I don't know what I'm going to, like, I'm not a journalist, but
That's what I was fixing to say. Like,
yeah.
What was your
you're not
what was your,
classically trained in
Yes.
this.
what was your college major?
I was an English lit major,
Okay.
and I read, I think, 1.5 books in my entire 4 years there. But yeah, I guess they want to talk to me about journalism and how
They'll
to,
probably ask a lot of questions.
I think they
feel like.
probably will.
I think they'll ask you questions about like your journey.
Mm-hmm.
You should be really inspirational and like don't give up.
I don't know how inspirational I can be. The one thing that I should just rip off the Jimmy V speech,
Yeah.
see if they catch on,
Yeah.
or the Lou Gehrig speech.
Yeah.
The one thing that I've always told people, like when I have been asked to like talk to the youths of America, or offer like any advice, because like really the best advice for me is like get very lucky. If you can get very lucky, then you're in a good spot. I always tell people like find something that you care about that nobody else cares about. Like doesn't matter what it is. If it has to do with sports, has to do with politics, has to do with whatever you're into. If there's something that you deeply care about that everybody else is like, yo, why do you care about this so much? It's weird. You should actually start caring about that more and you should lean into that and become just like an expert at that one thing that nobody else gives a fuck about. And then you will have, that's your niche that you have that nobody else is doing. And you stand out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a good
I
one.
like that.
So it's Columbia, right?
It's not Columbia.
It's not?
It's not Columbia. Nope.
I was you're telling the truth?
I'm telling the truth.
I was very confident it was Columbia.
Oh, then it's.
Oh, I had a different.
UT.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. You guys can think what you want to think. That we did speak to Kurt Goldsberry's class at UT. That was last year. So we've already done that.
When you say UT, you're referring to the school that would be the University of Mexico if it wasn't for the real UT.
I'm I'm referring to the UT where their basketball team is synonymous with Rick Barnes and their primary color is orange.
Right.
Yes.
Well, then you'd be talking about the right one. The other one's brown. But
yeah, so that's the thing is Tennessee's orange shits on Texas's orange.
every
It's
time
so much
Tennessee
better.
plays another school that's orange, it makes that school's orange look really shitty.
Yeah, you have the best orange.
Yes.
There's no question about it. The Tennessee orange is it's special. It reminds me of like a creamsicle.
So like when UT was good back in the day, like when they were playing Alabama, when they got to the national championship, I always thought that something was wrong with the Texas colors. Like, it must
Do you
have been
mean
my
like this year they played
No, I'm talking about.
in the national
2009.
semifinal?
I'm talking about 2009.
Okay.
Like way back when I was younger, I was like, "There's just something wrong with the University of Texas orange. It's like burnt, and it's like okay, but then the when like University of Tennessee's orange like scratches that itch I always had.
Yeah,
That,
I agree that the Texas orange is not a good orange at all.
I get it. I get like they're like orange. I guess it's kind of like the dirt there, but like the Tennessee orange is.
It's way better.
Yeah.
It's not even close. What about blues? What are the best blues in sports?
UNC.
UNC.
Kansas City, like alternate. Kansas City Royals alternate.
Ooh.
Blue.
Oh, you're talking about like the very light blue, like old
Yeah.
school looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Phillies have a good blue too.
They do.
when
I like
do
the
that.
Phillies
Yeah,
blue.
yeah, yeah.
The Jets got a good green.
Now, if we're
I'm
talking,
not talking about green
no,
though.
they don't. No,
I also, no, they don't.
the Jets green is
Way
the-
too dark.
It's the Texas orange
Yes.
version of green.
Yes.
Who's got the best green?
Ooh,
Oh, I know who it is.
best green.
It's fucking.
North Texas has a good green.
It's the Eagles Kelly green.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eagles. I was gonna
yeah.
say Tulane's green is pretty good.
That's an aqua though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although they do, I think their baseball team does have like darker green stuff. But
You know what's a crazy color? Teal.
Yeah.
How much teal do you guys get in your life?
There's a lot of teal. The Dolphins, their candy ass uniforms are teal.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are aqua,
Oh, they are.
I think. Wait.
You might be right.
I think that's teal.
No, that's different.
Yeah. But in terms of blues, I'll say so. The number one blue is UNC. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy the old school throwback baseball jerseys that are like that really light blue.
Yeah.
Those are cool. The best true blue out there is Kansas. Kansas's blue is like the perfect true blue.
Do you think it's better than Duke's blue?
I think it's way better. Duke's blue is a little bit too dark. Kansas's blue it's got that little tinge of brightness to it that stands out and pops out, especially when you contrast it with the red and the yellow. Kansas, I think, has a very, very underrated blue.
I was gonna say, I feel like also a good primary color has to do with your secondary colors that make it stand out more.
Yep.
Like Duke just having white doesn't make it pop as much as a Kansas does.
I agree. Now, I think that Duke has a good blue. I like most blues.
They have a classy blue.
Yeah, it's a classy blue. I like it. But if I had to go Kansas or Duke blue, it's Kansas all day. I also think UCLA blue is pretty good.
I don't like UCLA's, and I was just fixing to say that it's a tweener. It's not royal blue, but it's not Carolina blue. It's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Now, I take that back because I love their football uniforms. Looks very good. The logo, though, I think it's a little bit darker than that, and it doesn't. It's a tweener.
Yeah. You're right. Like the script.
Yes,
I agree.
but their uniforms look very good.
Indiana State blue is pretty good. That's similar to UNC blue. Where's some other good blues? Cowboys blue stinks.
The Cowboys, their pants bother me to no end.
Which
That-
ones?
The ones that are like bluish silver, the main ones they wear.
Yeah.
What color is that? It pisses me off.
It's-
It's not a color.
It's like a hyper reflective
Yeah,
silver.
it stinks.
What about the Giants blue?
Big blue.
New York Giants.
Solid blue.
I
I
think
like
so.
their throwback blue better.
New
I
York
agree.
Football Giants.
What I like about the Giants blue, it's no Mickey Mouse there.
Yeah.
It's just a blue.
Run the football.
Yeah, it's old school blue.
The Titans throwback jersey, is that like alternate blue,
Yeah.
powder blue
Yeah.
color?
Mm-hmm.
The Oilers.
Yeah, the Oilers.
The Oilers one.
Oilers
Their
blue.
Oilers jersey is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about red? What's the best red in sports?
Gee.
You're not gonna like this. Man United. It's a pretty good red.
No.
You don't think so?
No. I mean, most reds are pretty similar. I was going to say, I hate this team, but the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
Their home white
Yeah.
uniforms.
They have an American red.
with the red and the birds on the back. Great all-time uniform.
Yep.
Man U's like got a touch of maroon.
It's a yeah.
It's a darker red.
It's a darker red, but it's like blood red.
How do you feel about Indiana's red?
That's a maroon.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
The
Or
pants
it's
are
crimson,
good.
I guess.
I like the pants.
Why hasn't anyone like I guess the Chiefs are the closest to just like a blood red, like a
Chiefs is a bright red.
bright.
That's an apple red.
No, but like what's got like a red that is the type of red that you see when like you black out in angry.
Like danger red.
Like the red that like elicits like primal reaction.
Like the Devils.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devils. Stanford has a good. That's a cardinal, right?
No,
Yeah.
Because they're not named after the bird; they're named after the color.
Correct.
Cardinal. All right, so we should put out an official ranking of the best teams for each color.
Yeah.
So orange, Tennessee.
Do we have a second place orange? I don't know that I've ever.
The Flyers are orange.
Flyers have a good orange.
No,
yeah.
I don't like their orange.
I like it. I like that orange.
I hate everything about what's going on with their uniform. The nameplates are a different color. I hate that.
You don't like the P?
By the way,
The
can we,
logo?
The logo doesn't do it for me. They need a total rebrand.
can we talk about how the new MLB
I was
uniforms-
just gonna bring that
I
up.
don't
Oh yeah.
I don't like they're Nike, but they're made by
Fanatics.
Fanatics.
They've been made by Fanatics though. That's not new. Like people think Fanatics is making these uniforms. It's still Nike has been contracting that out to Fanatics the whole time.
So
it's
what
not
changed
like,
this year?
The template is different. And I think they claim the pants are the same,
There's
but they're
no way.
clearly not.
There's
They're not the
no
same.
way.
And so yeah, the new I would bet a lot of money they do not make it to opening day.
Yeah, they're going to try to change something. Enough players are pissed off about it.
Every player.
And now every time something small happens with those uniforms, it's going to be a big story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We need one of them to like rip.
Just have like balls pop out.
Preferably a jersey.
It's
but-
like already
Close.
happened.
Yeah.
I've seen too much.
Yeah, there's a lot going on out there. There's a lot going on.
and they just look so shitty. Like baseball, like the look of a baseball uniform is like iconic. Like it's American. And
Yeah,
like
it's
they
like-
look dog shit.
Instead of like stitching, it's like they did it with like a cricket machine.
They
Yeah,
look like they got them off DHgate.
Yeah.
Right.
They
Well, and
ironed them on.
Timu.
Did you see that the cuffs on the sleeves? Like there are different versions of cuffs that are going out. So like Mackenzie could have one cuff, and then I would have a different one, and we're both playing for the Guardians.
So
Like there's no uniformity in it.
has Fanatics just basically gotten all the licensing and then just put out shitty product because they just buy garment factories in China and have it all produced for extremely cheap, but they just secured all the licensing and
They did a very good job securing licensing for like every major sport. So if you want to
Yeah.
buy any official merchandise, you're going to have to buy it through Fanatics. Yeah. I don't know if their quality's gone downhill, if they've always been like this,
it's
or
always
just more.
been.
Also, it became like a trend. I noticed like maybe 6 months ago, 8 months ago, where people would just post the worst of Fanatics, like the worst shit that they would get there, the biggest mistakes. And then that got a lot of traction on social media. And so now if there's any mistake, people are posting about it. So I think it's probably not as bad as people make it seem all the time, but there's definitely some issues there. That's my guess, at least.
Dude, they have everything.
Yeah, they do.
What's Nippon Professional? Oh, that's Japan.
Yeah, Japanese.
So they have Japanese baseball, Formula One, MLS, MLB, NHL, NASCAR, NFL, and NBA.
Yeah, pretty good business. So, all right, we got to finish our ranking, though, so that we can put this
Oh, sorry.
put this on a graphic. Tennessee is the best orange. Agreed?
Yes.
Correct.
UNC the best blue.
Yes.
Correct? Best green, Philadelphia Eagles.
Kelly Green.
Kelly green.
But they don't own that color though. Like the
Yeah.
Oakland A's have that as well.
But they wore them last year.
Okay.
The Eagles, I still think that's Kelly green. That's the Eagles color.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, what's the best yellow in sports?
Savannah bananas.
No.
What yellow is
Can,
there?
can we do gold?
Can we do the
Predators?
Charger?
I was
Oh,
gonna submit the Nashville
No,
Predators.
I was gonna say
good
the.
yellowish gold.
I like the
Notre Dame.
Golden Knights, but they're
Yellow.
golden.
That's too gold. Theirs has like flecks of gold in it. I
Dude,
don't
the
like
Golden Knights going to a game in Vegas at the Golden Knights is so awesome.
What about Georgia Tech?
that. Good gold.
Good. That's a good gold. Are there any yellow teams?
I feel like yellow's one of the, so pink is a color that is supposed to make you worse at sports.
I think even teams that have yellow, like the Preds is a yellow, but they say it's gold.
Yeah.
Like I think teams call it gold even when it's
'Cause
not.
I'm trying to think of the best
Michigan.
golds.
They say it's maize.
Oh, Lakers.
Yeah, it's probably
Lakers.
Michigan.
Maize.
Lakers.
Oh, Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lakers.
Lakers.
Yeah, that's yellow for sure.
I think even
Nuggets?
they call that gold though. Like they
Do
say
they?
purple and gold. But yeah, it's Lakers or Michigan if you're going yellow.
OG Notre Dame.
I think
I
I
don't
gotta
like
get.
Notre Dame's gold.
I gotta give it to the Lakers, I guess.
Yeah, it's fine.
What about Oregon for green?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's-
Yep. Okay. Oregon's are green.
Yeah.
How did we forget that?
Yeah.
That was a big miss. Wait, should it be Oregon or should it be Philadelphia?
I like Oregon's lighter green
Yeah.
because they have like 4.
I think Oregon green wins because the Eagles have been like messing around with their greens.
Okay, so we'll go there, and then for red.
I kind of want to go just Chiefs
Mm.
because
Nah.
they do a mean red, dude.
What else did we have there? We had Man
I
U,
think Stanford. You said
Stanford, the Cardinal.
Stanford has a
It
bad.
can't be a maroon. It's got to be a real
yeah,
red.
like a real red, like
the
a,
Devils, but
like,
that's
yeah.
like too red.
Cardinals.
the red. That, but like it needs to be their
Braves.
uniform has to be bulk
The
red.
red-
Oh,
re-
the
the
St.
Reds.
Louis. Yeah, St. Louis. I think the Cardinals. I think St. Louis Cardinals. That's the best red,
No,
and it's not a judgment about their team at all.
but you could say that the Angels or the
No.
the Nationals
talking
has
crazy.
the same red.
No.
No.
Very-
As a
no.
Nats fan, I'm willing to concede the point that the St. Louis Cardinals have a better red. I'm going to go with St. Louis on that executive decision.
I know because there's not enough red in the jersey.
But it's their help.
Everything about them is red. Like
Yeah.
the logo is red. The helmets, hats, script on the. They're not wearing red
I'll
jerseys.
concede. I think we should put an actual cardinal in his garment.
No, it's the St. Louis Cardinals. That gets red. What about black? Raiders?
Raiders black, yeah.
I think that's the best black in sports. Also, Oklahoma State, good black.
Yeah, but it always gets overshadowed by the black of the sky.
Yeah, that's true.
You've made that point several times.
So let's go Raiders black. What has the best white in sports?
The
Jokic.
again another team I hate. The Los Angeles Dodgers home uniform.
It is very white.
So white. I think that I was reading that Nike fucked that up. Now it's not as white.
They made it. They nerfed the whiteness.
I think so. Yeah.
What it was Google's Gemini program behind that.
Probably. How's that not on the sheet? It's
Oh, what? Gemini's being lib?
It's not. I
not
don't
even lib.
I don't know if
It's
it's
like
lib. It's just
flagrantly inaccurate to the point of
Like,
being a joke.
people are trying to get the AI generator to make a picture of a pope, and then all the pictures were like of black people as popes, and people.
That's not even the worst one.
people. What was the worst one?
Oh, I mean, it was like show me a Viking.
Oh yeah,
and
Viking.
They were all black, and
Yeah.
it was like show me.
There may
Show-
have been some black Vikings in their defense.
Go off, Billy.
No, like there was raids into North Africa, and they're bringing women back
Yeah.
to the spot.
Okay, well, anything you type in, there
I know.
are no white people.
Like I literally was trying to type something in for this calculation that had to do with Bitcoin mining, and they were like, Bitcoin mining is very harmful to the environment, so I cannot answer on anything in regards to. And it was just like a complex calculation that had to do with like various different units and electricity and stuff.
All right. What other colors are we missing?
Purple,
Brown.
So Dodgers best white purple.
purple.
LSU.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a good purple.
Oh, the Clemson purple.
Oh, Clemson's purple stinks.
No.
Vikings purple.
Oh.
James Madison.
Williams Eves.
Northwestern has a good purple.
Yeah, they do.
I don't agree.
It's not got enough flavor for me. It doesn't have enough soul in Northwestern's purple. Like, I think we'd say the creme of purple is Purple Rain
Yeah.
type purple, Prince purple.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what we're aiming for out of these uniforms.
Well, that's Minneapolis. It's the home of Prince.
Yeah, but
Yeah, LSU. I think LSU probably, unless there's any objections.
who is that purple team? Oh, Washington
Is that? Yeah, I guess that's.
Huskies.
LSU's
better.
than Washington.
But LSU is also like purple isn't their like main color. It's like yellow.
Absolutely
It is their main color.
It's gold, white.
But if
like-
you buy any
No.
sort of LSU merchandise, it's that purple
yeah.
as the primary.
All right, give it.
LSU gets it, and then brown. Mad Dog. I wonder why you brought up brown. I wonder what team out there is synonymous with the color brown.
There's this really good neon brown team in the NFL.
I'd say what, Brown University. They have a good brown. I think they're the best brown.
I think the Browns should get brown for their neon brown, the color rush.
No, I don't think they can win that.
We didn't give the Reds red.
Yeah, we'll go Brown's color rush.
Yes.
We'll go Brown's color rush
That's-
for that one.
I think
It's hard to argue with
Wyoming
that.
has a better brown.
Oh,
personally.
that's poop.
Ooh.
No, I think Browns are poop.
Billy makes a good case for Wyoming.
I mean, think about Josh Allen.
Yeah,
And there's
Josh.
Slinging
nothing
it.
like a 10 p.m.
Yes.
Air
Yeah.
Force is down 4 late
Yeah.
in the mountains
It's been
at
confirmed.
Wyoming.
The Browns can be beaten by a college team.
No, it is. It is. It's a good brown. I wouldn't listen. I'm just being honest here.
No.
I think it's got to be Washington, or excuse me, Wyoming. Wyoming gets the brown.
Damn it.
Is there a silver? Do we want to do a silver?
University of Wyoming. Oh, silver.
Best silver
Ohio
in
State.
sports.
Ohio State.
It's a little drab. Silver's a little drab for me.
Also, they're gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scarlet and gray.
Okay, silver versus gray is sort of like the yellow versus gold.
Gray is a matte. Silver is a shiny.
I'm trying to figure out how not to give it to the Cowboys.
We can not give it to them because it's shitty.
Yeah, it is shitty. But what other silver teams are there?
Raiders silver.
Raiders could win twice.
Raiders.
Raiders silver's pretty good. Oh, good yellow would be the Green Bay Packers. Their helmets. I know their color is
Yeah.
green, but
Silver.
Oh, the Spurs? Are they silver?
Oh, what about
Yeah.
yeah, Spurs silver. Good call.
Spurs silver? But
Best silver in Texas.
wait, what about Air Force? Isn't Air Force?
They're like blue and white, blue and silver.
Yeah, they're blue and white.
All right, well, let's make a graphic of the best
Yeah.
colors for best teams for each color in sports. I like that. Good segment. All right, well, we got to go compete in the Barstool Combine, but we will be back on Thursday. Full episode Thursday. Arian's going to be here, or he's going to be on Zoom. Billy's in studio, and he'll be doing a puzzle. So if you're a Billy lover, he will be on the show in person. If you're a Billy hater, he'll be doing a puzzle, so he won't be talking much during the first part of it. So a little something for everybody coming on Thursday.
10 a.m. Oak Street Beach.
Plunge.
I want all our real plungers out here. Everyone's hopping in these cold plunges in their apartments, paying thousands of dollars for basically a bucket. And real men go out in nature and get cold.
Facts.
So, I hit Lake Superior recently. I hit the Atlantic Ocean recently, all in the month of February. I'm going to hit Lake Michigan, see how it compares.
Sounds good.
So you guys can come join me.
All right. See you there. Also, the Capitals have a pretty good red. I blew that one. It's a good red.
I know, because it's honestly all those teams in like Washington, it's like they all got that red, and it's almost like, what the hell's going on there? Like Wizards, Capitals.
Yeah, I like that one. I
Nationals.
like when Pittsburgh has all their teams wearing the same colors.
And they're all like new teams too, kind of.
The Capitals?
When did the Capitals get created?
Like 70s?
Oh, they're that old?
Yeah.
Okay. I just think it's...
And the Wizards have been around forever. Now, the old school Bullets uniforms were fucking awesome.
Yep.
They
Good
were
uni.
really, really good. But yeah, Pittsburgh's going to be mad that we didn't give them black. But I think we can agree that Raiders black is better than Steelers black, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see you guys on Thursday. Love you guys.
Mm.